There are so many games out there, it can be hard to know which ones to sink your teeth into. Although the cost may be free, time is not. You don't want to commit to something, only to learn many hours later, it was a waste of time. When it comes to Girls Frontline 2, there are key things that if you are interested in, then you'll probably have a grand old time. If you like waifu collecting, guns, anime style games, turn-based strategy, or have money to burn, then look no further. Because first and foremost, this is a gacha game, which means that the game is free to play, but they are actively coming for your wallet. Your progress could always be improved, or a price. New cosmetics are regularly added for sale. Rare in-game resources are a click away from being obtained. So if you're one of those people who just can't say no, now is the time to look the other way. For those of you who have stayed, welcome. The show is about to begin. The gacha route does have its cons, but it is able to fund great cinematics for the game, among other things, that give it that extra polish to capture the hearts of the people in a more creative way. Memorable experiences, when you meet a new character for the first time, when deep emotional sequences transpire before your eyes. The first thing that makes Girls Frontline 2 stand out, besides the great animations of course, is the combat, a strategic turn-based system that allows for depth and creativity. I like it. It's not so in-depth intimidating, but in that in-between zone I like so much. The only caveats being that if there's a severe level discrepancy, or you use autoplay. If you use it, that's okay. I'm not judging. Just be mindful that it's not so good, because the AI doesn't account for team synergies, among many other things. So if you want maximum rewards from fights, you should at least like the combat. Aside from combat, the dormitory mode is something that sets this game apart. People even joke about it being the most important game mode in Girls Frontline 2. To a certain extent, they mean it. In a competitive gacha market, a feature like the dormitory grabs people's attention. I understand why. It's fun to mess around and create little wallpapers for yourself. A potential deal breaker is the stamina system. In order to achieve meaningful progress, you have to play, wait, and play. It makes progression easy and straightforward, but impossible to progress beyond that. You cannot play the game at your own pace. I mean, you could, but you may not be rewarded when you play, and you may be missing out on rewards when you don't play. You may be thinking, hey, those are some pretty serious drawbacks you mentioned. To that I say, yeah it is. The devs dictate more on how much players are rewarded, but they do regularly update the game, giving it more content. They do this to incentivize spending money. So they pull out on all the stops to make sure players log in and want to be a part of it all. Adding story, presenting new challenges, a new featured character, and they top it all off with a nice pretty theme for it all, making it all the more memorable. There's even a minigame, completely separate from everything. So far, it's come in different forms of chibi cuteness. We are at the point of Inception now, or The Matrix even. A game inside a game, watching a character in a game play a game. Mind blown. However, Girls Frontline 2's biggest strength is in its waifus, guns, waifu guns, in spirit at least. Not only does each character have their own distinct aesthetics, they also have their own unique combat styles that can change how you experience the game. Each character also has their own moments in the spotlight in the game's story. It adds the much needed context, that more personal touch. Who wouldn't want the new heroine that just saved the day, or simply created a smile? So you spend what it takes, witnessing the cool, flashy animations. You rush to the dormitory to admire. You can even go a step further, cementing your fictional relationship through marriage. Isn't it great? That is the purpose of a waifu collecting game. Girls Frontline 2 does it well. While you farm to unlock your next character, you use and admire the ones you currently have. When a new character drops, there is so much to enjoy alongside it. A fresh story, challenges, and rewards await. The game, despite many days of playing, feels new again. The excitement is reinvigorated. This is the cycle of the game. When enough time passes, something and someone new shows up. You pass the time in between collecting resources. The game may not be for everyone, but what it does well. Especially if you like the aesthetic of a chef, cat girl, maid, biker girl, musician, swimsuit, treasure hunt.